forgive me. I will not be able to mention the names of everybody that has joined the call. There are a lot of them, and if I start mentioning names, I don't know whether we will be able to complete this program on time. So please forgive me and allow me to skip, name mentioning, please. Thank you so much. So we want to acknowledge the presence of our branch chairman, our branch vice chairman, the general secretary, the technical secretary of the branch, the treasurer, the financial secretary, the ex-officio and U-Fund immediate past coordinator, other branch ESCO members as well, the NICE chairman, the YEFON coordinator and RPJD mentorship unit lead, as well as other YEFON executive. We also acknowledge the members of the RPJD committee, whose dedication and hard work have made this program possible, including the committee leadership, the committee advisor, and the mentorship coordinators. We are privileged to have with us MDs, CEOs, and other distinguished senior engineers who have generously volunteered to mentor this cohort. Among our mentors, let me give you, a brief introduction of who they are. We have project engineers among us. We have managers. We have training and technical coordinators. I'm just giving you the general, their profile. We have managing directors in our midst. We have researchers. We have head of the department. We have CEOs. We have chairmen. We have assistants, general managers. We have product support engineers. We have technical support engineers. We have senior facility and safety engineers. We have HSC lead. We have lecturers. We have team lead of different organizations. We have technical directors. We have chief network/systems engineer. We have construction managers and other distinguished professionals. I want to respectfully ask that all past chairmen and senior mentors who are present in this meeting to briefly switch on their cameras for a moment so we can recognize you visually. Please, all our elders in the house, our daddies, our mommies, please, we will need you to please turn your camera. All right, thank you. Thank you for your willingness to give your time, your experience, and guidance to our young engineers. The single most important factor is that we make this program successful. We are deeply grateful, and please remain on camera as we proceed so we can capture a group photo at the end of the section. Thank you. Moderator, do you have the chairman on the call now? Has she joined the call?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, thank you
Yes,
so
I'm
much,
here.
ma.
Yeah, she's yeah. Already.
Yes.
All right.
Please, can you take the next item and give me just 2 minutes?
Okay. That will be the moderator. Can you take over from there?
All right. Thank you very much, everybody, and welcome once again to the NIBAAMS 2025 orientation and onboarding program of NSC Ikeja Branch. On our agenda, we have the program overview by Engineer Peter, the chairman,
All right.
RPJD committee. So
All
they
right.
are
Let
the
me
next.
take.
All right, I'll take it from there.
All right. Thank you. Favor.
Yeah, hello. Please, I need to make me a co-host so I'll be able to share my screen.
Please, you can make me the co-host. I think I missed you the host instead. All right. Thank you.
So please help me. You do make me post again.
Is there somebody? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, while we are waiting for engineer Peter Ogunbowale MNSC for his preview on the program, I think we have our able chairman, NSC Ikeja Branch Engineer Nimot Mwili, FNSC PNP, already on the call. Ma, please confirm if you're ready to take the welcome address, the opening remark, Ma.
I'm ready.
Okay. So you can proceed.
And, good morning, everyone. That's my also because that's our key, and that's also volunteer to be a mentor. Starting with the external granting the volunteer FNC. I acknowledge this and I sincerely appreciate you being here. I see some of our schools as well. And in this past channel of the Argentina financial finishing and financial secretary and all other distinguished parties that are here and also the executive. I see the young engineer students of engineer Olutoyin and Yojunko, also the past led the young engineers.
Apologies, man.
Yes.
It seems your network is breaking. We barely hear what you're saying, man.
I think she's fine now. She can go ahead now. She's fine now.
Can you hear me?
Okay, we can hear you. You can proceed.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, I've been taking the communication about the structure of the program. So just want to love because the type of sources that you're going to have access to Passment, for example, that's what mentoring program helps you to advance and scale your career faster. So please, I want to implore you to take it very seriously. Your board. So take good advantage of it. Not everybody that have the opportunity have through mentorship program, and it help you to, I mean, advise sponsorship sometimes. I think the RPJD committee. Sometimes when I check their platform, I see the energy. A big applause for them. Please, can we applaud them for bringing this to life? And I can only say all the best and thank you for being here. Good morning.
All right, thank you very much, Ma. Thank you for being present and thank you for your time. Next on the agenda is a program overview, and we have Engineer Peter Ogumbo-Ali, the RPJD chairman. Now, Mr. Chairman, please, you have the floor.
Thank you so much. Sorry, we have a bit of technical glitch. I don't know what setting was done on the Zoom call, but sorry for all the delay. We sincerely apologize for that. Please, can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can.
All right, beautiful. Thank you. All right, all right, so for the program overview, once again, I want to welcome everyone. I don't know if I'm sharing screen, I can't minimize my screen. I don't know for whatever reason. Okay, so but for the program overview, we want to share what the mentorship circle is all about, this cohort especially, and then the purpose and as to everything that we have for you in this program.
Can you put it in slide mode so that it's legible? Thank you.
All right. So the purpose of NIBAAMS, NIBAAMS is simple but powerful, to create a structured platform where experienced engineers guide young engineers towards career clarity, professional excellence, and professional and personal growth. What this program offers, the NIBAAMS structure is designed to give every mentee a well-rounded developmental experience. The program includes one-on-one mentoring section with your assigned mentors, monthly capacity building masterclasses, covering workplace behavior, leadership, HSC, entrepreneurship, and global career development. We have 2 site excursion at minimum for you during the 6-month cycle, and we've communicated all of these things via mail before now. And our monthly cycle check-in is in February. And the reason we are doing that check-in in February is to ensure that, the program is going as planned. We are going to review everything so far by February 2026. And we want to see whether there are compliance, if there's anything we need to improve, from the structure of this program. We'll gladly do that, during that period. So please, by February 26, we do our monthly check-in cycle. And then the final review and graduation will be on 30th of May, 2026. So this is the mentee monthly capacity building plan as communicated to you before via email. Then our focal area for this program, our mentorship focus is built around 4 pillars. Number one, the monthly capacity building masterclass covering workplace behavior. I've mentioned this before. Um, the technical skill development. Yes, these are technical skill development is between you and your mentor. And then we also have like the technique, the sites excursion that we have for you guys so that you can get familiar with industries. You see things in reality. Some of this knowledge many of you have, perhaps you have, is just to bridge the theoretical knowledge and the work field experience. And that is why we are doing this excursion for you guys. It's part of the technical skill development. The leadership and management capacity. Leadership and management capacity is part of the monthly capacity building plan that we have for you guys. The career growth and global opportunity as well. Then the business, entrepreneurship, and ethical practices. Every activity in the program, from peering to master classes, align with these 4 pillars. The program timeline will be running 6 months. We'll be running this program for 6 months and tracking 3 things consistently. Number one, your attendance. Number two, your monthly engagement. And number three, your mentorship logbook. Please, both mentors and mentee are expected to fill the monthly engagement form. They are very important because it's a way of monitoring the program and to ensure that people are doing what is expected from them. Just in case there's any challenge, you can escalate through the form. There are different sections of that form. You can escalate through that form and then we'll get the feedback. Then we can review and act appropriately. Please, the monthly engagement form should be filled before on the 7th of every month. We'll share it out to everybody on the 1st of every month. So everybody has it. Then is a review of the previous month, actually. So please take notes of that. Then the mentorship logbook, like I've already mentioned, the mentees are expected to fill the logbook, and attendance is very key for the mentee. Every mentee must attend at least 75% of the monthly sections to be eligible for graduation. Monthly engagement forms are to be completed by the 7th of every month, like I mentioned before. Then for the sections, the mentee monthly building plan, it will be holding by 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. for every Saturday section. For every Sunday sections, it will hold from 4 to 6 p.m. Please block your calendar for this so that you know that, oh, you're expecting that something is happening this month. Please, you can put all of that in your monthly calendar list. Thank you. Then the pairing that we have done, our matching philosophy, the pairing was not done randomly. It was based on 3 criteria. Number one, your engineering discipline. Number two, your career interests. And number three, minimum of 5 to 8 years experience gap between the mentor and the mentee. Those are the things we use to consider to match mentors to mentees. And we also consider gender where necessary, but we didn't have such cases. We didn't have people indicate preference for gender. So those were the 3 major criteria that we used in matching the mentors to their respective mentees. And we've already sent the emails before now. So everybody has who their mentor is and who their mentee is. So you can see from this graph, so for some mentors, the maximum will pair any mentor is 3 per mentor. Some got 2, some got 1. So from the graph, you can see that people that have 3 people under them as mentees, some mentors have 3 people, some have 2 actually showing. Then expectation on conduct. Mentorship only works when both sides take it very seriously. For mentees especially, please respect your mentor's time. You must initiate scheduling as well. We don't want a case where, we'll have a situation where the mentor will be complaining that, oh, he's the one chasing after the mentee. Please, you be the one to initiate scheduling for your mentors. Tell them, oh, sir, I'd like to engage you. We have our sections and all of that. Please try and, bring it up just in case your mentor is not doing that. And you must prepare for every meeting and you must fill your logbook. Our mentors are senior people, CEOs, past chairmen, like I've already mentioned in this meeting. We have top level professionals that are part of the mentor. Some of you will be privileged to have access to some of those people. Please, we have given you the privilege of access. We expect that you don't abuse it. Please respect them, honor them, and as much as possible, get as much as you can from them. Let them share their experiences with you. Let them share their mistakes with you. Let them share their knowledge with you. That's why you need to constantly engage them, disturb them. So, you guys can talk because, you need them at this stage of your life. Very important. And where a mentor flags a mentee twice for non-engagement, the RPJD will intervene. We intervene and see how we can, correct such. And there may be withdrawal. We may withdraw mentees, from cohorts in serious and, special cases. Communication and support. Our team, the mentorship unit and RPJD is here to support you throughout. If you face any issue, whether unresponsiveness or challenges with your peering, you can escalate through the official channel, or you can use the monthly engagement form to escalate to us. And that is why we are dishing out that form every month. So the mentee will fill their part, the mentor will also fill their part. So we want to get review from both and see how we can, correct if necessary and intervene in some situation. Please, it's very important that everybody fill that form. It won't take you more than 4 minutes. Something very short and simple. Then celebration and visibility. We don't want to, we should have communicated this to you guys before now. We don't want to, give you, we want to avoid cases of information overload. So we have plans to ensure that our mentors and mentees are spotlighted on our LinkedIn page. We will acknowledge, mentors and mentees that have outstanding performance. And how do we know that? It is through that monthly engagement section. We want to review how many number of engagements you have in your section and your feedback as well. Through that monthly engagement section, we want to know the outstanding mentors and the mentees. From there, we'll give you a spotlight. We put it on our LinkedIn page, get your data, your achievement and all of that. We put you, and on our LinkedIn page, we have over 25,000 followers on that page. So we want to showcase that, oh, this is our outstanding, and we do that every month. We're going to be doing that every month. We also going to we also are going to have a badge, where individuals can go to their social media page, and post about this program. Yes, we'll communicate that to you via email after this orientation program. Those are some of the visibility that, some of us are going to enjoy in the course of this program. Then, okay, I think I've already mentioned this. So for the mentees, your logbook entries should be completed monthly and must include the date of your meeting, agenda or topics that was discussed, key takeaways and action items, next meeting date or follow-up actions. Logbooks will be checked, like I mentioned in February, I already mentioned that. Then failure to submit logbook, you know, you will not be graduating. So we need you to submit lobby because these are some of the essential documents we need to ensure that everything in the program, you have complied with everything. So how to make the most of this program: be proactive, schedule meeting and drive your learning, prepare your agendas and go for each mentoring section, act on feedback and complete assigned action, engage in master classes, like I said, our monthly building capacity plan, and site excursions actively. We will communicate that to you, and that will start next year. We've communicated that to you before now via email. Then network with your peers and mentors and document progress in your logbook. Ladies and gentlemen, NIBAAMS 2025 is designed to stretch you, challenge you, and position you for the next level of engineering journey. Make the most of it, attend the sections, engage deeply, and bring your best self to this experience. Thank you all for listening.
Yeah, thank you very much. Can we please give him a round of applause? That's a well-delivered program overview by Engineer Peter Ugumbo-Wale, MNSC, the RPJD Committee Chairman. Thank you very much. We really appreciate the explicit dishing out of the program overview. Now, next on our agenda, we have Mentors Orientation segment, where we'll be having our own engineer, Bola Akin Dido, FNSC. Is a past chairman of Nigerian Society of Engineers, Ikeja Branch, where you'll be sharing insights on effective mentoring and mentors conduct. Engineer Bola Akin Ribido You have the floor, sir. You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. I hope you can all hear me.
Good morning, sir. We can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, can I be allowed to share my screen, please?
Yes, you can, sir.
You can, sir.
Okay. Okay, see showing host disabled screen sharing.
Honestly, I don't know the setting they have done on this, but let me quickly diagnose.
So, Mr. Chairman, sir, Mr. Chairman, I recognize you, our past chairman, and Yafemi Adidotun. Apologies, those are the two names I can easily see from the. We have about 61 people on the call. All elders and senior colleagues, mentors,
You can try
mentees.
share your screen now, sir.
Okay, I can go now. Okay, so just one moment. So confirm you can see my screen now.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
We can
sir.
see.
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Okay, so all protocol duly observed. I would like to first of all commend the branch for putting this together. I would like to commend the leadership of the branch and the leadership of the program. RP, what do you call it? The short form now? RP.
RPJD, sir.
And because when I heard the name, you know, there's a
RPJD,
kind
sir.
of the name frightened me when I first heard about it. There's a kind of gun they call RPG, you know. That they use in very realistic heavy weapon. They call it RPG. So when I heard, I was like, okay, what name are we choosing? It's okay. So talking about effective mentoring
Sorry,
and
sir. I hope
mentors.
you eventually get to know the meaning of the RPJD, Resource Job Portal Desk.
Yes, I got the name. I got the name. Well, I will just say that on a lighter one. Yeah. Okay. So, talking about effective mentoring and mentors conduct, let's take it from the basis, really. Let's try to understand our roles. I mean, who is a mentor? Who is a mentee? Right. A mentor is somebody who has gained experience, you know, who is also ready to help to develop others um, along their careers. A mentor has two primary functions. You can develop somebody along his career, and you also has the responsibility of psychological support. Either way, at the end of the day, we want the mentee to be better professionally. And at times, it also affects our, our work-life balance, as the case may be. So a mentor is an individual who has expertise and who is willing to help develop others. And a mentee is somebody who is willing to learn under, somebody who he submits himself under to share his experience with him so that he can get better both in his career and in his life. So what is mentoring itself? Mentoring is a learning process for both, mentee and the mentor, right? It is expected that relationship will be, developed. through conversation that mostly, we move from mentors to mentee by sharing of knowledge, right? And most of the time, the focus is on the achievement of the mentor, because I appreciate that the branch is doing this formally. There are a lot of informal, mentorship that goes on. Some of us have done that personally. We did it informally by attaching ourselves to some people we knew were doing well those days, and we learned, how they were doing that. One of the person that mentored me happened to be the first chairman of the branch, and I know the man mentored a lot of us, not just myself, Engineer Ralph Alabi, during his time. I also undergo a lot of Tutule Jonja, Engineer Ademo Alorunfemi. As to the affair of the branch, some of the things that we do those days, running training, of which today I'm a professional in that field. So when we talk about mentoring, you have to look at, it involves some aspect of coaching, tutoring and all that. And what you are trying to do is to help the mentee to become better in his area of competence, right? Now, there are different models of mentoring. There are three models, basically. You have apprentice model, of course, where the mentee observe the mentor and learn. Of course, that happens all around. You have all the apprentice guys, mechanic, plumbers, they all go through this model. You have the competency model, where there's a sort of feedback. The mentee does his job, but he gives feedback to the mentor, who then looked at the areas where there are disparity, and then advice as to how better the mentee can up his game and improve on what he's doing. Then we had the revertive model, where the mentor helped the mentee to become a reflective practitioner, where you just observe. Maybe no direct communication, but you are modeling your life to follow, that of the mentor, either knowingly or unknowingly. The mentor may not even know. Somebody can be your mentor and is not in the know, but you have taken him as your mentor, and you are just, following him, or her, to make sure that your life just reflect, that of his. So there are different type of mentoring also that you can have. We have formal and informal, and I just mentioned that now. So if you are following somebody without him knowing, you are modeling your life after him, that's informal, of course. It just happened. You just bounce into, you just get to know yourself, and then you like the man, and then you begin to emulate what he does and all that. But the type the branch is setting up now, of course, it's a formal one, where everything is guided. And I understand there will be graduation at the end of the day, and of course that's better, because you are now, the branch is now doing what the corporate world will do, where they pair the younger one, the new entrants into their company, with the most senior ones, successful ones, so that they can learn from those ones, right? And then that keeps the organization going, really. One of the things we complain about in the branch today, I know the mentorship, the mentoring is beyond the branch activities. I'm quite aware of that. One of the things we complain about the branch is that we have the debt of, lack of experience in terms of the branch activities, the branch culture, the branch legacy. A lot of people are coming in that probably don't have the opportunity to see other people do things. And I must commend you guys. I don't know if you had the time to the amount of mail I was receiving, amount of messages. I was like, are these people getting paid for this, really? So I must commend you. And it's also, part of mentoring that we need to do. So some of this must be transferred to the coming generation, you know, as you prepare and you are setting the stage on how better to do things, how best to do things in the branch. So the stages in mentoring, we are now at the initial stage, which is the initiation. You have the cultivation, you have separation. I will define each one of them so that the mentee, the mentors can actually understand that we are going on a journey, and that journey, we must follow, step by step, maybe no rushing. So you have the initiation stage, where the two people enter into an agreement, to agreement of mentoring relationship. Yeah. I've told you about informal mentoring. Of course, that does not require any form of agreement or any form of rules, maybe. But when it's formal, of course, there are rules, right? And the potential mentee, which is what the branch has done, because this is not done individually, we have to search for experienced, successful people who they admire, who can be role model, and then you match them, with, those who are aspiring to also be or look like them. So, and this stage is what we're doing now, which is the initial stage. Then you have the cultivation stage, which is the primary stage of learning and development. So at this stage, this is about the peak. You have the curve. It's like the normal curve that rises and then it gets to the peak and later it goes down. So you have the career relation function, begins to develop. The mentor begins to coach the mentee on how to work effectively and efficiently, and also take care of the psychological function. You see, I would like to say something about psychological function, aspect of this coaching. See, there are two aspects to our professional life. You have the technical aspect. And what I found out is that from my experience, a lot of engineers are very sound, maybe technically. They just know this electrical stuff, they know this solar stuff, they know this mechanical stuff. But go check their life, they are not, psychologically, they are not really there. Emotionally, they are not there. What we call at times emotionally intelligent. What we call the soft skill. A lot of us lack, what we call soft skill. And that's interpersonal bonds with people, with organization. So when I talk to a lot of people who comes to me about they are following up a job or they need to do something, I say, how are you going about it? And I found out that, and I say, no company will relate with you or take you serious the way you are just managing, the way you carry yourself, the way you present yourself. Because you are an engineer, you think you know it. Who says people do not want to know what you have in your brain at times? They want to see you first. They want to have a good representation of the person they are dealing with before they even hear you out, right? So there are a lot of psychological function that we need to bring into this coaching period, yeah, during the cultivation stage, to teach ourselves, how to get the better side of ourselves, to establish our professional identity, right? Until we get to mature, and then, of course, at this stage, there will be strong friendship that will be developed between the mentee and the mentor, right? And then after this stage, which is about the longest stage, you have the separation stage. That's when the mentoring begins to wind down. I would say 20 children cannot play together for 20 years. Right. So there will be a time when the mentor and now, right. And of course, because there's a time period even set for this, at that point, the mentee begins to get independent and begin to work on his own. And then, of course, there's may need for follow-up, at that separation stage to make sure that, the mentee is actually doing well. Then you have the reproduction stage where both mentor and mentee recognize that the relationship can continue, but it will not be the same as their mentoring relationship. So you have a situation where maybe the mentor has reproduced himself. Now they are now friends. They are now professional colleagues. They now invite themselves to, different events, parties, formal and informal. They become, two of a kind. And that's where this kind of relationship you actually get into, right? And the focus will shift from mentoring, and that brings the coaching to an end, the mentoring to an end. So what are the principles of mentoring? Sorry, I didn't ask how many minutes you are giving me. I also like to keep to time. So I hope, so principle of mentoring, you have the beneficence, and it has to be beneficence and no maleficence. It must not be injurious, right? You have to be the beneficial. There needs to be fidelity and responsibility. There needs to be integrity, respect to people's right and dignity. Most of this has been mentioned. But one thing I would say is that we must respect people's right. Your mentor is entitled to his privacy. So you have to create a schedule that works for both of you. Right. And then, badging on the other person at awkward time may not actually be helpful. Right. So what are the benefits of mentoring? Of course, so much have been said today. Tacit knowledge, right, into that mentee, tacit knowledge. And these are not some of the knowledge you should be looking to gain are not knowledge that are written in book. I will tell you that they are not knowledge. The mentee must be sensitive to study, his mentor. And I can tell you that successful men today, go and check their life. They don't follow so many things that are written in the books. They just, do a lot of emotionally intelligence, maybe some political moves here and there. If you work in an organization, for example, you need to know how to play some, politics to get to the top of your ladder of your career. When I was in the Federal Ministry of Aviation, in NIBAAMS to be precise, I had three promotions. Three what do you call it? Three recognition and promotion, successive promotion ahead of my peers. I became GMICT when my colleague was here on level 12, when I was in NAMA. And these are what matters. I mean, how do you get some of this thing done to always get to the peak of your career? So there should be sample ground rule for mentoring relationship. That can be determined between the two of you, how to manage your time, how to participate actively, in your mentoring. So who should have mentors? Everybody should have mentor. Today, I say with all boldness, myself and my company is a known name in human capacity development, right? And I say boldly that I learned what I learned because I went under some mentors, right? So I used to tell people and heard this from me that you need to learn. There's the university knowledge, or you need to learn a skill, and you cannot learn a skill unless you are mentored by somebody. So I was mentored by somebody. I went on that mentorship. I mentioned one of them. The other person was not even an engineer, where I learned how to practice this trade. To every professional trade, there is that what we call learning how to do the job. Behind the scenes, it's always important. So everybody naturally needs a mentor, right? So
Apologies, sir.
you
Apologies,
need
sir. You
to
have just 2 minutes left, sir.
Okay, so you need to become a good mentee. You will learn and you will be better for it. So you need people skill. Mentors and mentees need people skill, and we build this skill through their relationship, right? So 10 competence for mentors according to interested in them, provide suitable guidance, and the likes. So, gentlemen, thank you very much. I would like to end here. I can send the presentation for reading later on. There's some habit of ineffective mentorship. Mentors which look, don't think you know better than the mentee. Just remind them frequently how much they still have to learn and all that. You know,
let's give a big round of applause for our engineer, Engineer Bola Akeribido FNSC. He has done justice to the topic, effects, insight on effective mentoring and mentor conduct. Thank you very much for your explicit explanation. It takes a mentor to give that insightful lecture, sir. Thank you, we really appreciate it. Next on the agenda is a presentation by Engineer Mizaya Ame, MNSC. Is a past coordinator, your phone, NSC Ikeja Branch, where you'll be explaining to us on expectation, responsibility, and best practices for the mentees. Engineer Mizaya, you're welcome. You have just 15 minutes, sir.
Thank you very much, Engineer Matthew. Kindly confirm you can hear me, please.
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Good morning to you, and good morning to everyone on the call. In order to save time, I want to ride on existing protocol and just say all protocols will be observed. Many thanks to the RPJD committee for the job well done. Our elder engineer Bola Bido, who spoke before me, has said a lot with respect to the work you guys have done and with respect to the expectation of mentors. I just want to add a few more things with respect to what we'll be expecting from mentees. So please permit me to share my screen, and then let me know when my screen is up at your end. Can you confirm if you can see my screen, please?
Okay, your screen is up, sir.
What are you seeing on the first page, please?
The Nigerian Society of Engineers Ikeja Branch.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, so without much waste of our time, let's just proceed. So I'm basically just going to be speaking on the expectation of mentees. We've heard a lot about what is expected of the mentors. We've heard about what mentorship is about, and we've also heard a little about that for mentees. But I just want to go and say, who is a mentee? A mentee is basically an individual who receives guidance and support from a more experienced person, who is most likely referred to as the mentor, as we heard earlier. So what is the expectation? What do the mentees plan or hope to get? Typically, the mentee seeks to gain skills, knowledge, and insights to advance their personal and professional life. And so in the process, we have different type of mentors, different type of mentees. We get to see that as we proceed. But basically, the purpose of a mentee, or the main function of the mentee-mentor relationship, is basically for the mentee to gain valuable insights from someone who is more experienced. Now, when we say more experienced, it doesn't have to necessarily be by age. We'll get to see that soon. So we have different type of mentorship, and which our speaker has mentioned some earlier. But basically now, what are the roles and expectations of a mentee? We've heard about that, as you can see from from my presentation here. There are different parameters we use to measure the mentor-mentee relationship. When it comes to experience, definitely the mentor is more experienced in that particular area where he or she is trying to guide the mentee. Now, in terms of the role, the mentor is basically supposed to provide guidance and direction, while the mentee now receives or taps from that mentor's wealth of experience. So in terms of objective, initiative, and also responsibility, basically the mentee is majorly supposed to do more of all this, because you are the one who is benefiting the research. You're supposed to be the one who wants to tap from somebody. So it's expected that you put in more energy, more effort, and more initiative into seeking to gain the skills you are expected to get from your mentor. Now, in this case, we have been matched with our mentors. We didn't necessarily have the opportunity to choose or pick. We have been matched. That doesn't necessarily mean you don't have a lot to benefit or gain from the mentors you have been matched with. It is now left to you to put in that energy, put in that work, and then read about your mentors. I don't know if the RPJD committee share the profile of the mentors with their mentees. However, I think one way to even know about your mentors, first of all, You have to ask a lot of questions. You have to listen to them. From the presentation of our senior engineer, we saw the part where he said the mentor is supposed to do more of the talking. So you keep quiet, you listen. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Not much as here is privacy, but you also need to ask your questions, and then the mentor does well to answer those questions and provide more insight. So just like we heard from the last presentation, there's something personally I do. Whenever I go for events, especially events where we have speakers, I find myself very interested in listening to the citations of speakers at events. And one thing it has helped do for me is that citations of some of these speakers at events, especially very senior engineers I look up to, or other professionals I look up to, is that when they are reading the citations of these people, you get to see that, oh, they are humans like you. They have once been in the shoes where you are currently at, or you even look at your career trajectory. You see how this guy or this individual moved from just an employee to becoming the CEO of some company. You see how they serve, you see how they grew. Then you'll be looking at your own career. How are you going? Are you moving in that direction? So that is an informal way of mentoring myself or tapping from the experiences of others. So basically, as a mentee, you are meant to actively seek good opportunities for yourself. And that is where you will now tap from your mentor. I basically took this from one of the documents prepared by the RPJD committee, the MOU particularly, and I can say for free, they've done a lot of work. Kudos to the team. I want to pick directly from what was written there, responsibilities of a mentee. Now, you as a mentee, you agree to take initiative in scheduling and preparing for meetings. You have to demonstrate commitment, discipline, and punctuality. That cannot be said enough. We also heard it when our senior engineer spoke about how sound many of us engineers tend to be technically, but when it comes to our emotional and social capacity, many of us are found wanting in those areas. So that is something I hope to see us develop as mentees. We need to work on that, not just your technical capacity. We want to learn how to become the best at what you do technically. You also need to learn how to be the best you can be socially when relating with people, because the largest extent is not about what you know also, but also about who you know. And the people you know matters a lot. And how can you know people that can be of great influence to you? Your character, your disposition also matters a lot. I bring you a typical example. For those of us who are political conscious and take a lot of time to follow up trends, I believe we have seen the issue between our former president, Engineer Olusegun Obasanjo, and his, would I call him a mentee or political son, past governor of Ekiti State, Fayose. We all saw what happened during his 62th birthday celebration in Lagos. And after all that was said and done at the event, a response came from the former governor, who happens to be a political son. He was referred to as not being one of the best political children of the former president by the former president himself, where he said, you are not the best of my political children. He also said something with respect to Yoruba culture about him not being an Omooluabi or something like that. Sorry if I didn't get that right. But for those who followed up through, you will see the reaction, also the response. That is not ideal for a mentee. Many arguments have come up with respect to that as to how the governor, or the past governor rather, was supposed to respond or what not to say. But as far as I'm concerned, I think he went too far in his response, and it would have been better to keep quiet. Now, to a large extent, he might say, okay, politically, he has achieved a lot with respect to his career. But if we look at the broader scope, a lot of people sitting somewhere in the class of former president might just have a different opinion about the former governor based on his response or based on his actions and inactions. So what am I saying basically? This speaks to our emotional intelligence, as well as our social capacity with respect to relationship with people. Just imagine if this were to be in an office setting. You have set a wrong tone for yourself, and if care is not taken, that might lead to your career decline, if I can use that word. So please and please, as mentees, while we are learning from our mentors, we also need to tap from their wealth of experience in other areas. So who are the type of mentors? A lot has been said already about the different type of mentors. So we have a traditional mentor, where basically you just want to learn specific industry knowledge and tap from their own expertise. We have the peer mentor. That's why I said earlier, it mustn't be all about age or difference in maybe your career progression. Your colleague can be your mentor. It all depends on what you are planning to gain. That's why it's called a peer mentor. This basically speaks to someone at the same level with you. You just want to tap from what they actually know or how they are growing. We have the reverse mentorship or the reverse mentor. That is where we talk about a mentee now, mentoring or coaching a mentor or someone with a less years of experience coaching someone senior. So when we say reverse mentorship, we're not basically just saying about mentoring maybe in all areas, specifically with respect to technology and some areas where the younger generation are far more better than the older ones. This tends to bridge the gap. So you see the elder ones trying to learn. You see in offices, for example, where many of our older colleagues are not too good with software. So they need to now learn from this younger one. So you have the career mentor. This basically speaks to just your career. Then you have life coach as a mentor. These are people who basically holistically coach you in terms of your career, your personal life, and your other maybe politics and the likes. Then let's come to the type of mentees. Now, this speaks to us as mentees who are hoping to get the best of this cohort. We have the eager learner. From the word eager, this basically speaks about somebody who is committed, who puts in his all. Most likely fall into this criteria where we're either undergraduates still in school trying to understand our way through life in school, or the early graduates who are just starting out and trying to see how can they build a career, what are the right steps to take, just coming out fresh from NYC, they don't know what next to do. And then we have the goal setter or transitioner. These are people who have already built some level of experience, maybe have like 2 to 3 years experience, and they're trying to now see what are the goals they can set for themselves in the next 5, 10 years, or they are trying to transition. Okay, I've been in the engineering sector for a while. I don't think this engineering is for me, or I've been in the bank, even though I'm a graduate of engineering. I'm not trying to move back to the field as an engineer. What are the right things to do? What are the courses I need to take? And so on and so forth. Then we have the parent mentee. This basically speaks to people, coaching people on parenting. Then the professional. Professional mentee is typically well established in their career, but seeks mentorship for further advancement. This is where very senior colleagues fall into. You might be experienced, but you want to maximize the knowledge others who have been in the field. For example, you might have 10 years experience, 15 years experience, but you're now looking at somebody who has over 35 years of experience and has built a lot for himself or herself, and you now want to tap. This is where the professional now falls into. So at each point, just like our senior engineer said, everyone requires a mentor. It doesn't matter at which point, because wherever you think you find yourself, there is always someone ahead of you who has something you can tap from that person. So I want to end the session with 2 questions for all our mentees here. What type of mentor, or what type of mentee, sorry, would you be? What type are you at the moment from what you just heard from the 2 presentations? What type of mentee do you think you are? And what type of mentee do you think you want to become? What do you hope to achieve at the end of this cohort? It shouldn't be that after all this energy put in by the RPJD committee, after all the energy you yourselves have put in, after all the energy the mentors too are putting, you don't achieve anything. So please, I want you all to set very clear goals for yourself and ask yourself deeply, what do you hope to achieve at the end of this cohort? It's beyond just this program. Let it not just be about us saying, okay, you did so well, you are posted on LinkedIn, you have the graduation ceremony. If there is no impact, and it's actually a total waste of everybody's time, which I hope and I believe this is not going to be the case for anyone here. So please, as we reflect on all this, please ask yourself, what do you hope to achieve at the end of this cohort? And I hope at the end, we all will be able to say, yes, I achieved a lot as being a part of the 2025 RPJD committee, NIBAAMS cohort. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Engineer Messiah Hamen, the former Yefon coordinator, NSE Ikeja Branch. Thank you for the swift delivery of that insight. It was an insightful moment. Thank you very much. Next on the agenda, we have the tools and demonstration walkthrough, where we'll be having Engineer Oluwatoyin Victory Enujukon, MNSC, is a mentorship lead, where will be guiding us through participation on how to handle the handbook, the MOU, and the key digital tools for this NIBAAMS 2025. Engineer Victory Oluwatoyin, can we have you, man?
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, my chairman. Good afternoon, the elders in the house, the mentors, the mentees, the members of the RPJD committee, and also everyone that is present on this call. It's another great opportunity to speak to you on this call. I'll be giving you a walkthrough on everything you need to know for the process that is happening, the mentorship process. So I'll be sharing my screen. Please do confirm if you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see your screen. And apologies, man, you have just 10 minutes.
All right, no problem. I want to believe every mentee received this email. Every mentee received this email on your Welcome to NIBAAMS 2025 cohort, and then you received an onboarding material package. So if you click on this onboarding materials package, you will see the mentorship handbook, the mentee logbook, and the agreement or the memorandum of understanding. Okay, so I'll just walk us through everything that is there. So we have the MOU, which is the first thing I'll be handling. Now, this MOU is between you, your mentor, and also the RPJD committee of NSE Ikeja Branch. It's just to tell you what exactly you are signing up for, the purpose, the duration, the privacy, and everything that you need to know. So this memorandum of understanding is needed to be signed within 72 hours of this onboarding session. Your mentor's name will be here. You as a mentee, you would enter your name here. This is just telling you what the agreement is all about. It's between the NIBAAMS in collaboration with RPJD committee and the YEFON of NSE Ikeja Branch. So this is saying that the mentors and the mentees are willing to engage in structured mentorship relationship to promote knowledge sharing, professional development, and community engagement within the NSE framework. This is just a mutual understanding of the different roles and responsibilities of both parties participating in this 2025 cohort. Okay, the purpose of this agreement has been well stated. The duration of this mentorship program is 6 months, starting today, the 22nd of November, and to span up to the 30th of May, 2026. The objectives: to promote professional and ethical development of young engineers, facilitate knowledge transfer, enhance employability, and provide the mentor with an avenue to contribute to the professional advancement of the next generation of engineers. We are very grateful to all our mentors who signed up who signed up for this program, because we know the young engineers, we have a long way to go. And this is just one way for us to reach our goals. The responsibilities of the mentors are to provide guidance. All this has been well explained by Engineer Bola Akurido, who is the past chairman of NSE Ikeja Branch, and also by Engineer Messiah Ahmed, who was the pioneer YEFON coordinator of NSE Ikeja Branch. So I'll just move straight forward to the engagement structure. We're going to have monthly engagement sessions starting from December up until May. We would have mid-circle review, which will happen in February. And we'll have the graduation and the recognition events, which will be conducted on 30th of May, 2026. As you know, you've been sent messages both via email, you've been called, and also on WhatsApp and different platforms. So please just know that we'll be communicating to you through any of these communication channels. Every information that is being shared between whether the mentor, the mentee, or even with the NIBAAMS committee is held with high priority, and it remains confidential and is used solely for the purpose of this mentorship scheme. And any breach of confidentiality, misconduct, or unprofessional behavior may result in termination from the program. So this applies to both the mentors and also to the mentees. So documentation and reporting. The mentor or mentee shall submit monthly progress tracker. The tracker will be sent to you every month that you would feel. The mentor shall endorse each month's report. You have a logbook. So your mentor has to endorse your logbook to confirm your participation. And both parties must also complete the evaluation forms during the mid-cycle review. The mid-cycle review, which will happen in February, will need the mentors and the mentees to give us, a brief overview of everything that has been happening since the beginning of the mentorship scheme. Termination of withdrawal, as stated earlier, you can withdraw from the program when you notify the RPJD mentorship lead, which is myself, in writing and stating your valid reasons. And also the committee deserves the right to terminate or reassign your pairing. That's if you are inactive for 2 consecutive months, if you violate the confidentiality clauses we will just terminate it without justification, because these are already grounds for termination. Recognitions and benefits, at the end of this mentorship scheme, we're going to, give certificates of completion to both the mentors, to the mentees, and from RPJD and from YEFON, because this scheme is a collaboration of the RPJD committee and the Young Engineers Forum of Nigeria of NSE Ikeja Branch. So every certificate you're receiving, it is going to be from the both of them. Outstanding participants will be recognized during the closing event, and will also feature you in our NSE branch publications. All right. Data protection and media content. Any data collected during this program will be solely used for the mentorship administration and for evaluation. When you were filling the form to be a mentee, there was a place where you signed or you accepted. It spoke about using of your photograph, testimonials, or video clips for official publicity of the NIBAAMS program within this NSC network. So we are also reiterating it here so that you really see what we're using your data for. So this agreement, as I've said, is between mentor, mentee, and also the NIBAAMS committee. And dispute resolution. So parties should first try to resolve any dispute amicably within themselves. And if this cannot be resolved, then you reach out to me, who is the mentorship lead. And still, if it cannot be resolved or you're still not convinced or satisfied, then you can now escalate to the branch chairman, whose decision will be final and shall be final within the purpose and the objectives of this agreement. This agreement is governed by the laws in Nigeria and also guided by our professional ethics and standards of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. So if you are sure you're accepting all this, you can go ahead and sign your mentee's name, your NSC number, the date, and you as a mentee also, you sign yours. Then you send back to the mentorship committee. A link to the drive has been sent to each of your emails that you would upload these to. So you don't need to bother on how you're going to sign it. During this session, after my session, you'll be run through on how you can fill all these forms digitally by one of the members of the RPJD committee. He will run you through on how you can fill your forms digitally in case if you do not know how to fill it. So that is all about the mentorship agreement form, all right? Now I will just go through the next one. So this is your logbook. Someone else will run you through how to fill this logbook, so I will not dwell on this. Okay. This is the logbook for the mentors as well. The first one I opened was a logbook for the mentees. And then finally, we have your handbook. All right. This is just everything that has been said. In the MOU, you will find them well explained here, the structures and the timeline. You see the registration window closed, the matching and pairing, and we've started at the onboarding session, which is today. The mentorship circle, feedback and review sessions, closing, and the graduation ceremony. the roles and the responsibilities of the mentors, of the mentees, and that of the RPJD committee, mentorship team. The RPJD mentorship team will coordinate all your activities, will facilitate your peering, which we've done, and would also facilitate conflict resolution. We will track your engagements through your reports, your logbooks, and the surveys that you will fill, and also document your impact stories. The code of conduct, as said in the MOU, it is everything abides under the laws that regulate Nigeria and also the ethics and conduct of NSC. So respect of and confidentiality, it has been well mentioned in the MOU. The commitment, it is important that both mentors and mentees prioritize agreed sessions. Unexplained absences may lead to withdrawal for the program. So if you pick a specific time, say you want to meet on the 25th of November, please stick to the time, your schedules, and don't just maybe 5 minutes you say you're not available. No, don't do that. If you wouldn't be available for something, give well enough time so that either your mentor or your mentee can be prepared for that. Honest integrity, it is important that every communication is honest. Transparent feedbacks and also truthful reporting are required. If anything is happening, do well to record it. There's no need hiding anything, because eventually it will come to haunt you. So do well to report things as they are, because that is the best way we can help as a committee. There is no financial transaction in this session. So mentors, mentee, no financial transaction, no gifts, no payments are expected or even permitted. So it's not going to be as if because of this, no, please, we totally restrict gifts and payments or things like that during this session. And if you have any act of unprofessionalism, harassment, or any form of violation, please report to myself or you report to the RPJD committee chairman. Communications, as stated, would reach you through WhatsApp, email, or any virtual meeting. Please respond promptly and maintain professional language at all times. Sometimes it's easy, especially on WhatsApp, that people just talk anyhow. But please know that you are in a structured environment, you are in a corporate environment, so you should behave with grace and make sure your etiquettes are well represented, or make sure you show that you have good etiquette. Setting your meeting frequently. We meet as a mentorship group. We're going to have meetings every month, at least every month. So please, end of anything, share your summary, share everything to the tracker that we will send to you. The engagement structure will hold at least one session every month. Attend virtually, any monthly check-in, capacity buildings. Now, we are not just having you to do mentorship sessions only. We are having capacity building sessions that would build you in different areas of your professional life, okay? Document your discussions and your outcomes in your logbook. Submit your feedback when it's due, all right? We've spoken about the reporting, the monitoring and the reporting, and feedback and escalation. I said you report to me. Then if you're still not convinced, you report to the second, that's the RPJD committee chair, and then the final escalation. So these are just tips for effective mentorship, which has been well stated by Engineer Bido and Engineer Ame, and also the expected outcomes: improved technical and leadership skills, clearer career direction, expanded professional networks, and strengthen your confidence and communication ability, and a culture of mentorship perpetuated within the branch. Documentations, these are all the documents that will be provided to you. Please make sure you sign the MOU within 72 hours. Okay, that would make us understand that you are truly one of us as a mentee or even a mentor. Okay. The closing and graduation ceremony, 30th of May 2026. And we have some frequently asked questions that you can go ahead and read, and then you'll be able to understand certain things. So this mentorship scheme, it's not something that I would say would span. Well, you will graduate at the 30th of May, but we want this relationship to extend beyond that. So as mentors and mentees, we're advising that you build credible relationship, build professional relationship, and make sure that this mentorship scheme is what it is. Thank you very much, and I will stop sharing my screen now.
Thank you, Engineer Oluwatoyin and Ejukon, for that section. Please, a round of applause for her for giving us an explicit, walkthrough on how to fill our form and form. So next on the agenda, we'll be calling on Engineer Kisley, the Partnership Unit Lead, who will be taking us through the logbook demonstration on how to fill the logbook. Engineer Kingsley, you have the floor now. Please confirm you can hear me, Engineer Kingsley.
Yeah, I can hear you. Good afternoon, everyone. I'll be using the established protocols already to help my section on how you can fill your forms digitally. Firstly, I will project my screen. Okay. Good afternoon once again. So welcome to this section. I'll be taking us on how you can fill your logbook digitally. Although I have already downloaded the logbook for the mentees, so I'll be using that. Firstly, just as one of our fathers has mentioned that we have been going through this training, this mentorship process, but in this particular one, there is a system now in place to help you through the mentorship program. And in doing so, you will need to document it. Unlike the traditional method of having to print out or having a physical copy, you can now digitally fill your logbook. Okay, I'll be opening the phone now. So in doing this, you can also use, there are several types of PDF readers out there. Either you have the Adobe PDF, your browser PDF, all of them are still similar in terms of how they work or function. So I'll be using the Adobe PDF reader. Sorry, it's not wrong. It's the wrong one. Using this one. Just 10 minutes. Yeah. Okay. You can clearly see my screen, right?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay.
Yes, you have just
if you're
10
using
minutes.
the Adobe PDF reader, you can easily do that by navigating to either of the view function. If you are using a laptop, the view function, you'll see the add text. With this add text now, you can edit and add information on your logbook. Edit and add information, just for example now, where you have the mentor's name, click and Kingsley. Here also write your number in case if you have the NSC number, you can write it. And if you don't have, please do well to try to get it. So this is how to use the Adobe PDF reader. This is a software that is generally available and is not a paid version. You can easily download it both on your phone and also on your system, depending on the device you'll be using. On your phone, it's still the same method. Go to the options. You will also see add text, field, sign, or even comments. You just have to place it just like how you will traditionally fill a logbook with pen or paper. And right here, you can now use the digital part of it. And after each filling, please make sure you save to avoid losing your data. So we'll also use the another example using my browser now. Open it. So you can use either Google Chrome or your Microsoft if you don't have the Adobe PDF reader. So I'll be using the Microsoft Edge browser. And in this browser, you can still add text to it. This just how to make it more convenient for you. Depending on where you are, with your phone, if you're with your laptop, you can easily add any information. So on the Microsoft Edge browser, navigating to the top, you will see something that looks like a C inside a box. You can add text. Click on it. Add text. You can see, right? Then type Kingsley. Can change it, the color. Always save when you are done. Always save when you are done. And there is also a part where you will need to tick. Just also these particular places that there is a large space. You can type as much as you can. Type as much as you can. And the default, the font size I encourage you to use is 12. Font size 12 to make your writing eligible and also straight to the point. Okay. So for this part now that is asking you alignment or expectation, of course you need to tick and you don't need to type here. There is also a tool here, a marker, draw. You can select the color you need, black. Just tick. You just need to tick either of these. If there is a mistake, for the text parts, you can always use your backspace. If for the this ticking parts, you can always either use your Control Z and always make sure it's. I'm not sure I showed you how to use this tick on the Adobe PDF reader. Let me just do that quickly. Okay. Sorry, Matthew, I can see your hand raised. Just give me a minute, I'll be done now. So for this part now that you are having for the Adobe PDF reader, that's the one that is generally available. There is also the paid version, but please use the one that is generally available to make it easier for you to understand. On the few parts, I'm trying to explain to you how you can tick these parts for yes and no. So there's something called the check mark just below the add text function. There's something called the add check mark. Click on it. You can easily add a text mark, a check mark, I mean. Sorry. Yeah, sorry about that. You can easily add a text mark, a check mark to this. You can see it's fully checked already. And also your text. So this process I've showed you is similar to every PDF reader out there. It's similar to every PDF as far as you're not using a paid version of it. And no one expects you to have to go and pay for a version of PDF just because you want to use and edit your to fill your logbook. So please leverage on this digital process I've showed you to fill your logo, and I wish you the very best. Please, if you have any questions, feel free to use the chat box, or also the group, the WhatsApp group is also available for you to drop your questions. I'm very sure I'll be able to respond to them as time comes. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Engineer Kingsley. And let's give a round of applause for him giving us a live demo on how to fill our logbook. Thank you very much. Now we'll be welcoming Engineer Peter Ogunbowale, the RPJD chairman. to give us the rules, the expectations, and sanctions for this NIBAAMS 2025 academic section. Engineer Peter, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Okema, and Mr. Okema too. Thank you so much. Thank you for the wonderful job you're also doing for the committee. I'm not sure you've introduced yourself to the house. Okema is actually the lead for ECML units in the RPJD committee. In RPJD committee, we have different people under different part of the committee. So we have the mentorships unit, we have the ECML unit, we have those that handles the portal for. So it's a structured committee where people handle different parts, of our KPIs. Yes, different part of, it's like an arm, different arm of the committee. So we have, and all of them in that room, they are leaders. We have lead and we have assistant. So there's nobody that is a neutral. We have a committee secretary as well, Mr. Taiwo Badru, and our assistant as well. So I'll take you through the rules and expectations and sanctions for this NIBAAMS 2025 cohorts. At this stage, it is very important to make some things very clear. Like they say, when there is no law, there is no sin. So please, some things I'm going to be dishing out that are very important. I'll crave your indulgence to please pay a right attention to everything I'll be saying, because they are very important and they will really, guide all of us as we move forward in this 2025 NIBAAMS cohorts. So these guidelines are designed to protect the time of our mentors, ensure accountability from our mentees, and maintain the integrity of the program. One, expectation for mentees. Mentees, the program is for your benefit and you must take full responsibility for your growth. Please note the following. Number one, you must initiate scheduling. You're expected to reach out, schedule sessions, follow up, and ensure consistent engagement with your mentors. Number two, please show respect and professionalism. And we believe the caliber of people that are enrolled in this program, they are mature people. So please, we ensure we maintain a positive learning posture, be open to feedback as well, and communicate with decorum. Some of the people we have, they've seen life ahead of many of us. Like I mentioned, many of them, they are at the top of their career. So please be very careful with your relationship with them. As much as possible, be professional. Don't speak to them, in a no professional manner. Respect them, and whoever it is that is your mentor deserve your respect. Please, no matter the person's age, mentorship has nothing to do with age. We can be of the same age and I can mentor you depending on the stage I am in life. So please, as much as possible, respect the people that we put in your care. And please, as much as possible, give them their due respect. And if there's any problem, please feel free to escalate to us and we will address them. Very important. Then logbook completion, like I said, is compulsory for mentor and for mentees. It is optional for mentors. Mentors can use it as a guide, just in case they want to have sections with their mentee and they just feel, okay, let me just use this to track my engagement section with the mentee. But mentors are not expected to fill the logbook. Only mentees are expected to fill the logbook. And like I mentioned earlier in the meeting, logbooks checks will happen in February and in May. No logbook submission means no graduation. Please, very important. And very, very important, please take note of that. Monthly engagement form, you must complete the monthly reporting form no later than 7th of each month. This helps us track progress, monitor challenges, and intervene where necessary. So just in case, you don't want to reach out to us personally, through that form, we'll get all your feedback and address them as soon as possible. So that's why it's very important that you please help us complete the form every month. At the beginning of every month, we'll be sending it out to both mentees and mentor. Both of them are going to fill, and the mentees too have the privilege of rating the mentor too. So there's a check and balance. It's a check and balance system. We are not just going to be giving all the privilege and rights to the mentors. The mentees also have some privileges and rights as well. So they're going to rate your engagement section with them. So just in case we are also seeing feedback that are not consistent with the integrity of this program for your mentee as well, we will also, address that as well, and we will repair when necessary. And if there's a complaint from the mentee as well, we also ensure that we do something to ensure that, both parties are happy. And the importance of the monthly engagement form is to help us track progress, to monitor challenges and intervene when necessary, like I mentioned. Attendance requirements, every mentee must attend at least 75% of the sections to be eligible for certification. Anything below this may affect your graduation. Please take note of this. Like I said, it's not just your one-on-one section with your mentees that you're going to have in this program. We have excursion plan for you guys where you're going to be visiting different industries to see real life. You're going to have real life exposure as to what engineering looks like. Some of the equipment you have not seen, you're going to be interacting with them. You're going to see them in reality, and that's the purpose of the excursion, to ensure that we complement your technical skill, apart from the experience and knowledge you are gaining from your mentor, and to also help you, like Engineer Bido already said during his section as well. We are not just focusing strictly on the technical development of you. Like I mentioned, we have 4 pillars. We are focusing on your leadership, your career growth, and the soft skill parts. Very important. And that is why we created the mentee monthly building capacity plan for you. Those are to ensure that we complement you with necessary soft skill. You are going to have a section like, workplace behavior, workplace challenges. Those things are deliberately incorporated in your monthly capacity building section. We have leadership, section. We have communication skills, how to talk to people. Different kind. Then in terms of, job perspective as well, we have a section for career strategy, LinkedIn optimization, CV writing, and the rest. So everything has been factored, to ensure that you have a solid 6-month mentorship cycle. So we are not just leaving you entirely to your mentors. We are also ensuring that as your mentors are doing their parts, we, the RPJD committee, we are also doing our part as well to ensure that, you have a wholesome experience for the 6 months. Very important. Then expectation for mentors. Our mentors are volunteer their time. They volunteer their expertise and career experience to support the mentees. Please, we want to beg you, mentors, please share your experience. Don't withhold anything from the mentees. Offer professional advice when necessary. You can assign small tasks to them if it is necessary. You can even do a book review with them. Just recommend books for them to go and read. If you feel, there's a gap, in knowledge somewhere, and you feel you might not have all the time to do all the coaching or all the grooming for the mentee, you can recommend a book for them. There are different books on leadership, any kind of books that that will help the mentee to grow and to develop. Please, and then you can also help them to set clear goals. Goals are very important. What we are doing currently is not just happening by mistake. There are things that we already projected, and we didn't just, have this section like that. I will tell you, we've been on this for months. So if you see anything that comes up in reality and it's solid and it's looking nice, there is a lot of investment of time, energy, and serious planning in it. So please set goals, projects, 10 years, where do you want to be? What do you want to be doing with your life in the next 10 years? Those are conversations you should have with your mentors. Let them guide you on their career. Some of them have made terrible mistakes in time past and they've learned. So they'll help you reduce your own mistake, ensure that your mistakes are minimum by sharing their experiences with you. And those are the things you can't get in the 4 walls of the classroom. And that is why we are giving you experienced professional to ensure that you are well tutored, you are well guided, and to ensure that this 6 months is solid. Please, the mentorship leaders mentioned, maintain confidentiality in all communication, very important. And notify RPJD if unavailable. Mentors, please, if you are unavailable to continue or will be unavailable for a period, kindly do us the honor by, communicating with us so that we can manage expectation from your mentees. Very important, please. We understand many of you are, you are busy and you are far ahead of many of us, but please just do us that honor of communicating to us that, okay, for this period you'll not be available, so that we can know how we can manage the mentees under you. Behavioral rule for both mentors and mentees now. Respect for time, late attendance, mixed meeting without notice, or repeated cancellation will not be tolerated. Please, we want to ensure that we respect our time. No abuse of access, like I mentioned earlier. For mentees, please, you are not expected to ask your mentors for financial help. The only help you're asked, you should ask them is their experience, knowledge, and take as much as possible from them, but we don't want you to begin to ask them for money and all of that. Don't overstep your boundaries, please. As much as possible, respect yourself, and don't be unprofessional in your communication. That's also very important. Professional conduct, everyone must uphold the value of NSC, which is integrity, discipline, excellence, and respect. In terms of escalation and RPJB support, we understand that not every pairing will work perfectly. Like I said, there are different criteria we use for matching mentors to mentee. Many of them didn't have the control over, to choose who they want to mentor or, or the mentee have the privilege of choosing their mentor. We did that, strictly on the years of experience gap, your discipline, and your career interests. So we've done that for you, and we understand that sometimes there might be a need to review or repair when necessary. So please, we want you to escalate whatever challenge you have to us. The most important thing is that everybody have a smooth, 6-month mentorship cycle, and that is why we are putting all the structures in place to ensure that everybody is regulated and there's compliance for everybody. Like I said, when necessary, we intervene, repair, and resolve. And if there's a need for us to correct, any behavior, we'll also do that. Then sanctions, we have sanctions. I will not lie to you. Sanctions are not meant to punish, but to protect the integrity of this program. So number one, we have a 2-strike rule for mentees. If a mentor flag a mentee twice for non-engagement or unserious behavior, the RPJD will intervene without, we will intervene in the matter, and we will see how we can improve, to ensure that that is not, repeated. And in rare cases, when we see that there is unchange on the other mentee fail to comply, the person might be removed from the program. Inactive peers review. Any mentors or mentees pair that shows no activity for 2 consecutive months. Like I said, that monthly engagement form is for us to see what both of you are doing, both the mentors and mentees are doing in their spaces. We don't have access to that. You guys will schedule meetings together on when you want to meet, when you want to see, and have your conversation, in your own space. We don't have access to that. But the only thing we want to get back from both parties is feedback. And that is what we help and assist us. And that's why we are mandating that both mentors and mentees fill this form, because that's the only way we can track whether there's activity or there is no activity, or whether there's problem or there's no problem. So help us, please, by filling that form. Feel free to share your part of the story in that form. Very important. If you feel, there is an unjust, cases somewhere, please report it. We'll ensure that we maintain confidentiality of information. If there's anything, let us know, put it in the form, let us get the feedback, and I'm assuring you we address whatever your complaints are. And I also saw in the chat box before now that some of you are saying you've not gotten your peer emails. Emails have been sent to everybody. I don't know for whatever reason why you didn't get. Please, I already shared our emails and phone number on the chat box. Do either send us an email or reach us through the phone number and lodge your complaint, and we'll address it. But everybody in this program has been paired. Everybody has been paired. We have the master list with us. All we just have to do is to spool your information and reshare that information with you, just in case you don't have the email, like some of you has complained on the chat box. We'll do that. Misconduct, cases of disrespect, boundary violation, unethical behavior, or gross unprofessionalism shall lead to immediate investigation and potential removal when necessary. We have deliberately built strong structure into this cohort to ensure accountability, fairness, and excellence. This rule helps us protect the time of mentors and guarantee meaningful results for mentees. Ultimately, our goal is not just to produce competent engineers, but to produce disciplined, responsible, and ethically grounded professionals who can represent the NSC honorable anywhere and in the engineering society at large. I would like to put a full stop to it now. I'll come back for the closing remark later. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, thank you very much, Engineer Peter Ogumbo of MNSC, for that. It's a clear way to what NIBAAMS is expecting, NIBAAMS 2025 is expecting from us. Okay, without further ado, what we have next is the question and answer section. And like you rightly mentioned, a lot of questions has been sent to the chat box already, and I think you did justice to those. If you still have questions, I will appreciate you type it in the comment section, in the message inbox, in the in-message section of this call. Also, the mentees WhatsApp group is there for you for any inquiry that you want to make. You can just do well to drop your questions there. You know, it will be picked answer and you get your feedback, you know, promptly there. Also, as I rightly mentioned, the emails and your phone number has been sent into the box too. You can do well to send a mail or call the number or WhatsApp the number directly. Feedback to be given to you in due time. Thank you very much. In view of that, if anybody has questions, you can quickly drop it in the chat box or raise your hand in 2-3 minutes. Let's do that. Or if there's no questions, that means we'll be moving to the closing remark, which will be taken by Engineer Peter Ogun Bowale. And in view of that, I would like everybody to show their screen.
Please allow them ask live question. If you have a question, please you can raise your hand now so that we can address it. I'm sure it's not just the mentees that have questions. We also have mentors that might have 1 or 2 questions or clarification. And please, we are here to address some of those questions. I think we can we can have you ask that question directly, and then we'll give you the desired response now that we're on the call. We'll do that within the next 5 to 6 minutes before we close the section. So please, if you do have a question, do raise your hand, or you can just unmute and speak, then we attend to the question. Oh, thank you, sir. We have our past chairman. He has raised his hand. Thank you, Engineer Femi. You can go on, sir.
Well done. I greet all the people in the house, especially all the elders, my chairman, and my chairman, Nimot Moili, NSC. So all the mentee, the mentors, I say kudos to you for organizing this program, and kudos to Ikeja Branch of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Yes, the committee have done well, but some of the fear that I lean in my mind has been corrected by all the procedures highlighted and read to us in this program. Because there are a lot of challenges that come with mentee-mentor relationships, but most of them have been tackled in the structures of the logbook, the idea of how to run the activity. The only advice that I would just give to the mentor first, the mentor should be a guidance and not a decision makers for our mentees. So allow them to make decisions. We should guide their decision. Should not be making decision for them, rather be a guidance. And then secondly, if this thing requires commitment and availability, be available to all your mentees. Be available to them and commit yourself to this. One, for posterity. Secondly, for the sake of our professions. And then to the mentee, I'm happy that those that deliver paper have said much about you should ask questions. Ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. When you are in doubt, ask. That's a norm that engineers should have in all this. I hope you are hearing me.
Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir.
Okay. Please, when you are in doubt, ask question. No matter, even if you are 5 years old and the man you want to talk to is 81. We are happy we have 90 years 90 years old, nearly 90 years old man in Ikeja Branch. So we approach him. He release the idea of life that he has passed through. He releases to us whenever we visit him. So ask questions. Don't be in doubt to ask. Don't be afraid at all to ask questions that is bothering your mind. I think anything you are that of, ask so that you two of you will now come to a nice decision in your actions. And then the feedback, don't be afraid of the feedback that will come from your mentor. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be demoralized for it. Don't be emotionally carried away with it, or maybe the feedback you have gotten back is not so palatable and that thing discourages you. Don't do that. Take it, see how you can process with it, and go on with life. So I pray that God, Almighty God, will help us. You will be greater than your mentors. I'm praying to the mentee now. You'll be greater than your mentors. You also pay back the same thing to our professional body in the near future. Thank you very much. That's my comment. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for that wonderful advice. We truly and sincerely appreciate you. Thank you so much. Our immediate past chairman of NSC Ikeja Branch, Engineer Femi John Adedotun. Thank you so much, sir. Please, do you have more questions before we finally bring the meeting to an end? Oh, we have Engineer Bamidele. Sorry, I didn't introduce Engineer Bam. Engineer Bamidele was the former chairman of this RPJD committee and is currently my advisor. Thank you so much, Engineer Bamidele, for joining this call. Thank you so much. I think we can have you. You can go ahead, sir.
Yes, good afternoon. Okay, it's morning here. Good afternoon, guys. Distinguished mentees and mentors, good afternoon. Good afternoon to my leaders. I see Engineer Kitaya, I see Engineer Bido, I see the current chairman, my former past chairman also, I see you. It's a pleasure having you all here. It's a privilege to see that this program is still growing in Nigeria. The engineering excellence is really not achieved by chance. For me, it is built deliberately. There's a saying that a tree does not stand without the roots. So
Yes, sir.
mentorship is the roots. So to the mentors, I also want to appreciate you for pouring your depth. It's not something easy, especially the fact that everybody is busy. So your experience is a bridge for others that may never have come across guidance. What the elders see when they see it, the young may not see it, even if they climb a ladder. And that's why we need the mentor's experience. So to the mentees, I want to just encourage you. It's a good opportunity for you to leverage on experience. Let this program produce engineers who are solution-driven, not just paper tigers, like I call it to some people. It has to be solutions. We have a lot of challenges all around us. So let this opportunity be that drive for you to have a solution and also being ethically grounded. So I just want to appreciate the chairman of the RPJD. Well done for all that you are doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. God bless you. Remilekun Adeyemi, yes, can we have you?
All right, good afternoon, everyone. And I acknowledge all the leaders and amazing senior colleagues on this platform. Firstly, I want to appreciate this initiative. It's amazing. And I don't know if this has been, if it has been talked about already, but I'd like to ask a question. What is the official means of communication between the mentors and the mentee? Is it going to be via Gmail or WhatsApp, or is the mentor going to be reaching out to the mentee first? That's my question.
All right. So before now, we've sent the peering email to both mentors and mentees. We loop both of you in the same email, and it's very very deliberate. It's a way of connecting the mentors and the mentees together so that the mentors, they know their mentees and the mentees know their mentors. Inside the email, there is a document that was attached where you have the information of your mentors and the mentees. Their phone numbers are there, their emails are also there as well. So we have leave it to the discretion of both parties to choose their medium of communication. If they want it, a call like this, it's fine. If they want it, sometimes they could just be options, that they want to leverage on, depending on which one is convenient for them. So we leave it to their discretion to decide, how they want to have their section, whether it's going to be, maybe a Google Meet call, whether it's going to be a Zoom call, whether it's going to be a WhatsApp call, whether it's going to be via chat. Sometimes it could just be a mixture of both. And if you check the monthly section that the monthly engagement form that I'll be sharing as well, all of those things are also highlighted there. Okay, how did you have your section? Is it through, call? So all of them you're going to indicate to. So we leave that solely at the discretion of both parties. And like I mentioned, we don't want mentors to chase their mentees, but I understand that there are also cases where the mentors desire to share knowledge with the mentees. There's also nothing wrong in them reaching out to their mentees. So I want us to have a section today. It's fine, but you, the mentee, we expected that you are the one actually chasing your mentors, because you are the one who need what they have. They have experiences that you don't have. They have made mistakes that you are yet to make. They have seen life ahead of you. And like I said, the pairing gap that we use for matching mentors to mentees, it was very deliberate to ensure that it is minimum of 5 years, 5 to 8 years. So some are even far more than that. So you could see a case where we have a mentee who is just, is 0 to 2 years experience, and then the mentor is 16 plus years of experience. So the idea is that the people that are ahead of you can show you the way. They've seen life enough and they can provide guidance when necessary. And that is why we ensure that we didn't just do it randomly. It was very deliberate so that you can learn as much as possible. And then your error rates can be minimal. And so please, as much as possible, engage them, disturb them when necessary. I know many of them are also very busy. They have their own personal life. They have other things they do. As much as possible, ensure you want to talk to them. Try as much as possible that within the 6 months you get everything you can get from your mentor. We do not expect that the relationship stop after 6 months. We expected that after 6 months you can also take it further. At least with the interaction of 6 months, both of you have had a serious, working talking relationship, and it should be beyond the 6 months. So, but within the 6 months, as much as possible, engage them, get as much as you can get from them. I think I will stop there. Thank you. Do you have anybody with further question? I hope I do answer your question.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any other further question? Can we close the meeting now?
Okay, I can see this question on the chat box. So for those of us that don't have an NSC number, please, how do we get it? I think the person is
okay. So we understand that some people, we have some student member who are also enrolled in this program, people that are still in school. We know that those of you that are here to graduate, you don't have NSC number. So you can leave that blank if you don't have it. It's not a compulsory option. But if you do have, do feel that, parts of your form. But if you don't have, you can leave it and we'll understand that, oh. But the most important part of this program is that at the end of the 6 months mentorship cycle, you have learned, you have grown, you have become better, you have known more than you knew when you were starting the program. That is our objective, and that is why we want to ensure that as much as possible you are impacted within the 6 months. Then we ensure that you are thorough and you are well furnished in every area of your life. So that is why we also create some structure to ensure that everything you need for life, we give it to you. So please take advantage of the 6 months, and please, for all our section, ensure you are present, you are regular, and I'm sure after the 6 months you have testimonies to share. Thank you so much. Engineer Yusuf, I see your hand raised. Can we have you?
Yes, thank you very much. Good afternoon, leaders, mentors, mentees, distinguished stakeholders. Yes. I just want to actually make a clarification about student membership. We also have a student membership at NSC, and they also have numbers also. So I will just employ them to also register via the NSC portal, because this is also another way to also increase their membership. So just to inform the student that they can also register as student members on the NSC portal. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Engineer Yusuf. Engineer, Ude, good luck. Can we have you? I think you'll be the last person we'll take, so that we can close. It's already past 1.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Okay, my name is Ude Goodluck Ogenemaro, and by God's grace, one of the mentors in this program. So I don't know, I was going through the mails now sent, so I saw ID number, mentors ID number and the like. So how do one go? Because I saw like samples. So how do one get his mentorship ID number? I think that was my
Okay,
question.
okay. So for the unique ID that we shared with you, it's a way of identifying individuals in the program. We do not have the luxury of looking for people's name. So that's like your matric number. It's very important. So in many of the form you're going to be filling, we ensure that those details are there, and that is your unique. It has been shared via mail to everybody, both the mentees and mentor and the mentor. So if you check the peer email we sent out, there's an Excel document there. It contains both the mentor's detail and the mentor's unique ID. Then we have the mentee's unique ID as well. So the unique number, it's a way of identifying the people in this program. Please, it's very important. Just in case you didn't get the mail, you can reach us. You can send a mail to RPJD. We will share that information with you. But I do sure that we've sent it out to everybody and everybody is currently here. But just in case you didn't get it, you can reach out to us and we will send the email to you. Thank you. Then somebody was asking that he's not in Lagos, is in Benue serving. So we've made this mentorship program, very easy for everybody. This is a digital world. We do not believe that everything must be done, physically. We can leverage on tools to ensure that we have the same experience as that if it is a physical section, just like this onboarding past chairman joined the call. He's not currently in the country, and that is the power of tools like Zoom and the rest of them, is to ensure that you get the same privilege as if you were present or having that physical presence. So just in case you are far away, we do not expect that many of your interaction with your mentors and mentees will be physical. And if they do prefer a physical section, they can notify you and tell you, oh, maybe you can come, but I believe that many of those things can equally be achieved online via calls like this, and and everybody can be happy at the end of the day. I hope I was able to answer your question.
Okay, thank you very much. I think that's all for the question and answer section. If there are further questions, please make use of the email address sent earlier and the mentees WhatsApp group. All questions will be answered there. Thank you very much, Engineer Peter, for that. At this point, we are the closing remark. And I think while doing the closing remark, we can all open our camera, on our camera, so that we'll take the group photograph for this call. Engineer Peter, you are to make the closing remark now. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Oke. As we bring this orientation to a close, I want to sincerely appreciate all our mentors that have joined from far and near. Thank you so much. We honor every one of you. I'm sorry I couldn't start mentioning everybody's names. Please forgive me. I did that deliberately because of time, but we do sincerely appreciate your presence on this call. We know that many of you had to make sacrifices to be here with us or to join this call. Thank you so much. All our facilitators, Engineer Bido and Engineer Ame, thank you so much for your section. We do appreciate your wonderful thoughts that you have shared with us. Our branch chairman, Engineer Nimot Muli, MNSC, FNSC, PMP. Thank you so much, Ma, for your presence today. Thank you so much for the wonderful work you are doing for NSC Ikeja Branch. And thank you so much for giving me the privilege to chair this committee. I didn't know what you saw in me that you just, hand over this committee to me. But thank you so much for giving me that privilege. Thank you so much for believing in me. All our past chairmen on the call, thank you so much for joining this call. We appreciate every one of you sincerely. I'm sorry, just in case I didn't mention your name. I saw Engineer Akintola. I saw many of you, but please just forgive me. It is not as a result of dishonor. It's just because of time. I do want to start mentioning all the executive one by one as well. But please do forgive me in your hearts. It's because of time. Please, we sincerely appreciate your presence on this call. Every one of you, every distinguished engineer who has joined us today, we appreciate all of you. Your presence is a strong demonstration of your commitment to grooming the next generation of engineers, engineering leader. To our mentees, you are stepping into a rare opportunity, one that many people wish for, but only a few are privileged to experience. Honestly, you have been paired with individuals who have built decade of experience, decade of influence and leadership in this profession. Please make the most of it. Let me emphasize three important things as we conclude again. Please commit fully to this process. Your success in this program depends on the seriousness you bring into it. Schedule your sections early. We believe after this orientation and onboarding section, mentors and mentees can start having their individual interaction in their private space. So please, as we are jumping out of this call, ensure you reach out to your mentors. You can also equally reach out to your fellow mentees as well. You can be kind to them. You can extend a hand of, friendship to them. That's how people get to know each other. Check up on each other as well, just in case we're having a section you didn't see them on the call. Reach out to them, try and find out why. I understand the economy is a bit very friendly. We don't know what people are going through in their space. Just be kind to one another. Extend a hand of friendship to your fellow, mentees. Um, Attend your meetings consistently as well. Engage with humility and respect. Ask questions where necessary. Seek feedback and be intentional. This program will stretch you. I know it's a long journey. It will shape your thinking and reposition your career, but only if you take ownership of your growth. We believe everything lies on the mentee. You will determine how much you want to learn from the program and how much you want to gain. We've given you the privilege of 6 months, and we want to see what you want to do with that 6 months. Whether you're going to become better with your interaction with your mentors or something else. So you can determine how much you want to get from this section. Follow the structures we have put in place. We have handbook that should guide our conduct and behavior. Please read those documents. We deliberately put those documents to ensure that everybody is aware as to what we are doing as regard this program. So there won't be cases of I didn't know. That is why I did it this way. So please, as much as possible, read those emails. If you can read them again to understand that you understood everything we have shared with you before now. And just in case you need clarification on some gray areas, please, you have our phone numbers, you have our email address. Do send us an email, or you can reach us through our phone number. We'll attend to every question in your heart or any clarity that you may need. Everything we have introduced today, the monthly engagement form, the logbooks, the attendance requirements, the reporting process is designed to ensure fairness and accountability. There are 3 levels of escalation. The mentorship coordinator herself, me, then the chairman, but we do hope that nothing will escalate to the chairman because we believe that we are capable enough to undo whatever challenges whoever is going through in this program. We'll do our best to ensure that everybody, is made happy. Engagement form deadline, please don't forget, 7th of every month. Logbook check, we'll do it February and May. Minimum attendance is 75%. Like I said, logbook is compulsory for mentees. These are non-negotiables for graduation. Please, mentees, take all of these things very important. Your next step after this orientation, immediately after this meeting, please take note of the following. Mentees should send a brief introductory message to their mentors if they have not done so within the next 48 hours, so that their relationship with their mentors can commence. Download and review your logbook. We've done, a demonstration for you today on how to fill them. Save all program dates, our monthly building capacity section, ensure they're in your calendar so you don't forget. We also do reminder and communicate with you appropriately, as to some of the, plans we have for you. Join the official mentee WhatsApp group for every mentee that's on this call that is not on that group yet. So much will be happening in that room, and we want to ensure that we we feel the breath of your hearts. So please join the WhatsApp group. We want you to be free as much as possible to share your heart with us on the group. Just in case you are going through anything, let us know if there's any problem anywhere we need to address. Please feel free to share with us. And that is why we have put all the mentors only on a group so that you guys can be free to share whatever experiences that you are having in your space with us. And I promise you, we will do address everything. Then the last thing I want to mention, after this meeting, say the following week, you will get an email. The email is going to be about this mentorship badge. We're going to have a badge that people can post on different social media platform, LinkedIn, Facebook, what have you. Like I mentioned also earlier, we are going to be showcasing our outstanding mentors and mentees. So that's why that monthly engagement form is very important. We're going to look at it. We're going to pick people that are outstanding in their performance. We're going to showcase them. We'll take your details, your name, your pictures. We'll put it on our LinkedIn platform where we have over 25,000 followers. We want to celebrate every one of you monthly, those that are doing extremely well, and it's a form of reward to our mentors as well, those that are, that are consistent with their sections, those that are really, we'll get feedbacks, like I said. The mentees, we also rate the mentors. So just in case the mentors is feeling like I'm the only one that can report the mentee, the mentee can also report the mentor. We'll get all of those feedback as well, and then we will celebrate those that they're outstanding in their performance. We'll showcase you to the world, to over our 25,000 followers. They will see that, oh, people are doing wonderfully well. And the mentees as well, we are equally going to celebrate you. So this is going to be happening monthly, one mentor, one mentee per month. We'll do it for that 6-month mentorship cycle. At the end of the day, during our graduation ceremony, we also take success stories from different mentors and mentees and also put it on the social media. Final notes, as we begin this journey, I want to encourage all of us to embody the spirit of engineering perfection, excellence, resilience, diligence, and integrity. We have created a mentorship session that is structured, deliberate, and accountable. Let us commit ourselves to making this a transformational experience for every participant. On behalf of the RPJD committee and the entire leadership of the NSC Ikeja branch, I officially declare the NIBAAMS 2025 mentorship program fully open. Thank you, and I wish you all a productive, impactful, and fulfilling mentorship experience. Thank you all for joining this call. Please do wait for a group photo section. Please turn on your camera, and we'll do that. Over to you, moderator. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Engineer Peter, for that, and thank you, everybody, for participating in NIBAAMS 2025 orientation program. We are all appreciated. Now, the section has been blocked to close, and to bring the section to close, we want us to recite the NSC Ikeja anthem. Technical team, please.
Can we have the video the photo section first, then the anthems can close?
We've gotten that already. We've taken that already. While you are taking the closing remark, it was synced with that already. Technical team, the branch anthem.